All right, so this is the latitude and longitude worksheet. Okay, it seems a little strange to be in here, but it actually has a purpose. Okay? So let's try to answer these questions. Louis, what ocean does the prime meridian cross the equator? So what ocean does the prime meridian cross the equator? So look up here. We can look up here. So what is the prime meridian?
No, the up and down. Vertical.
All right, very good. I'm glad you rephrased it like that. For those of you who couldn't hear, Louis said it's the vertical version of the equator, right? So the equator is horizontal and the prime meridian is vertical, right? So Louis, prime meridian's right here, it's labeled. The equator is right here, it's labeled. The equator is at 0 degrees, right? And the prime meridian is also at 0 degrees. So that's like my origin of a coordinate plane, right? And that's right here. What ocean is this? Atlantic Ocean. Very good. Atlantic Ocean. And like I said, 0, 0, right? 0 degrees, 0 degrees is my origin. So you can see already the comparison to the coordinate plane, right? Now, Chucky, what two continents does the equator cross? So is it North America and South America, Africa and South America, Africa and Europe, or Australia? It says what two? So we need one with two answers in it. Do you want me to turn on a light back there? Would that be helpful? Chucky? First, where is the equator? You found it? Okay. So follow that line across. What two continents does it touch? South America and Africa. Very good. Now, we could have eliminated Australia right off the bat, right? Because it says two. And we only have one in that one. So from here, Chucky said South America and Africa, which is big. Okay? Which of these continents lies completely in the southern hemisphere? John? Australia. Very good. Now, what divides hemispheres? John, do you know? The equator. So the equator divides it in the northern and southern hemispheres. So the only one that is in the bottom half of our choices is there's Australia. So we had B, and so there's our answer so far. Tyler, what ocean lies completely in the eastern hemisphere? Okay, so first off, how does a compass go? Do you remember?
Wait. Yeah.
So how does a compass go? So what's at the top? What's at the top, right? North, east, what's down? South, and west. Do you know how I remember this? You ready for it? Never eat soggy waffles. Listen, I do like some soggy waffles with syrup and peanut butter on it, Like I say, never eat shredded wheat.
Peanut butter.
You know why that one's better? Never eat shredded wheat because it rhymes. Never eat soggy waffles. Like, come on. Never eat shredded wheat.
Peanut butter on waffles? Can we talk about that?
Oh, I love peanut butter on waffles. Wait, so what? National treasure.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's so good. Get an egg and waffle, okay? Put some peanut butter on it, put some syrup on it. Delicious.
It doesn't even.
Oh, it's so good. Have you tried it?
No, they don't like it.
I'm going to have to call my family. This was a national staple in the Harmon household growing up.
Oh, if it wasn't COVID times, we would have been having.
Real. I would have wheeled your desk out in the hallway. You'd be done. Class over.
I'm going to email her.
You should. Email. Be like, your son's in here talking about peanut butter and syrup on waffles. Anyway, going back, Tyler, never eat shredded wheat, right? So, Tyler, we're looking at something on this side of the map, on the right side. So the Pacific, notice, I know why you're saying it, but the Pacific wraps around. See the Pacific back here? Yeah. So it is also on the western side, right? So the Indian is the only one. What continent lies completely north of the equator and east of the prime meridian? Ready, Annie? All right, ready? It says completely north. So we're looking at something up here, right? And then it says east. So it's over here. So what continent is completely north of the equator and east of the prime meridian? Asia. Okay, so Asia's all up here. So let's look at it. So Africa's obviously not it, right? Because Africa, we have a part. North America, no. Europe, no, because that part goes over the prime meridian. So you are correct in Asia.
Okay. Get ready to hit send.
You better hit send. I'm about to call her.
Don't you have to call her?
I'm heated over this.
All right, I'll let you know what Mrs. Harmon says, meaning Harmon's mom.
Yeah, we could call her if you want.
You won't.
Jules. Jules?
Yeah. Hello.
How are you? On what continent would you find the place with latitude 20 and longitude of 0?
What?
Where? All right, on what continent would you find the place with latitude 20 and longitude of 0? So first off, let me just focus in on this. All right, Nate, let's focus. Jules, which one's latitude and which one's longitude? I always get this mixed up. Always. Like I can't remember it. I know. So which one is it? Is the ones on the left latitude or is the ones on the top latitude?
On the side?
The ones on the side. Okay. Are we all in agreement? These are the latitudes. John, these are the latitudes and these are the longitudes. Okay. So lats, okay, here's a little bit of a health lesson for you.
I hope this is for Nolan. Lat is fat?
No, lat is not fat. That is unreal. You're coming at my soggy waffles and now you're saying lats are fat? No, lats are your sides. Like when you're working out your lats in the gym, it's your sides. Okay, so this is the side. Okay, got it? Here, got that? Longitudes, they're along the top. So here we go. Who's messaging me now? I believe so. So here we go. 20 degrees. So let's find 20. So 20 is right about along this line, right? And 0. So 0 is right here. So when I trace them out, when I trace out this, all the way over to this, Jules, what continent are we on? Jules, you got to answer it.
I have to say Africa.
Africa.
And is that one of our options? It is. So our answer is
I know that.
C. All right.
Hi.
What did mom say? What did my mom say?
Only according to him.
They're delicious. Do we need to call up my sister?
You won't?
Oh, he will.
I think we have to.
I will.
No,
No, we have to get through this. If I get through this, I'll call my sister.
Go.
All right. It says on what continent would what? Lubu.
What?
Let me read. On what continent would you find each of the following locations? Louis, 60 degrees north, 100 degrees west.
North America.
North America. So we go here to 60. And we go over to where that's 100. And that's right here, North America. So everybody, for 7A, it's North America. Ellie. Ellie.
Yeah.
What continent is 60 degrees north and 100 degrees east?
Is it Asia?
Asia. What about 20 degrees south and 60 degrees west? Grace. Can you hear me, Grace?
Yeah.
What continent? So find 20 degrees south.
Okay.
And then find 60 degrees west and put like your fingers on each one and then pull them together and see where they meet.
South America.
South America. Neat. 20 degrees north and 20 degrees east. What continent?
It's kind of like Africa.
It is Africa.
There you go, Dave.
Who should I call on?
Oh, maybe.
Joey. It's okay, you got the next one. Joey.
Yeah.
20 degrees south, 140 degrees east. What continent?
What's the last number again?
20 degrees south, 140 degrees east.
Would that be Asia?
Well, not quite. 20 degrees south is right about here. We trace that on over. And 140 degrees would be right about here.
So Australia.
Australia. Identify the city and what? Louis finished reading the directions for me?
Oh, wait. Identify the city and lies closest to each pair of fingers.
Okay. Identify the city that lies closest to each place, right? Louis, so what city is closest to 30 degrees north
New Orleans.
and 90 degrees west? That's
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Tyler. Tyler? Tyler, what city lies closest to 30 degrees north, 30 degrees east? 30, 30. You got it, Tyler?
New York.
New York? Well, where's 30 degrees north? Right here, right? Tyler, look up. Right here. No, M-E, Tyler. 30 degrees north, right? 30 degrees east. Trace them out. Where do I meet?
Oh.
Not London. Cairo.
Who?
Cairo.
Mike.
Mike, 60 degrees north, 30 degrees east. Mike. Mike.
Yup.
Mike, what city's closest to 60 degrees north, 30 degrees east?
Troy.
What's that?
Oh, you said 60? It's Leningrad.
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 Leningrad. I think there's an I in the middle. Yeah, Leningrad. All right, Louis, what are the coordinates of this? Give the coordinates of, what is it, Shanghai, China.
Shanghai. 30 north, 120 east.
30 north, comma, 120 east. John, Durban. Where is Durban? Or Durban?
Durban is 30 south, 30 east.
All right, identify this city with what? Nate, finish the directions because I can't see it.
Identify the city with each pair of coordinates.
All right, again, pick the one that's closest. So 0 degrees and 78 degrees west. Chucky. Zero degrees and 78 degrees west or east. What city? What's that? All right, let's say 0 degrees. And then 78 degrees. And how do we spell that? Quito. 51 degrees north and 0 degrees. Okay. London. Do we still have another one after this? Yeah. All right. What do you got? What did you say? Melbourne, Australia. I'll retake that. And then what's the last one? There's one more answer, right? All right. Who do we pick on? Cody. 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 Guess not. Yeah, I got a message saying Jules' internet. All right, Lubo. Yeah, your hand was above your shoulder. Definition of a raised hand.
Okay, 38.
38.
38 north and then 80. India.
All right, so Calcutta is right here.
38 east. No.
I'm gonna say
88.
I'm gonna say that's roughly 25 degrees north. Okay, that's looking more like a 25 degree to me. Okay, it's right below 30, but it's like kind of like Louis. It's kind of like a big gap. If you said 28, that's fine. And 88 east, 88 east, I'm cool with. So we're gonna say for Calcutta, 25 degrees north. Write it down because I can't do it. Okay, I can't write it. My answers are down here off my screen. So please write down 25 degrees north and 88 degrees east. All right, so I'm gonna write 25 degrees north, 88 degrees. All right, what's the next city? Nate, since you're playing with your phone, what's the next city? I also noticed some blanks on your paper, which should be done. All right, what's the next city?
Nairobi.
Nairobi.
Yes.
So Nairobi is right here. Nate, what are the coordinates of Nairobi?
It's going to be like 0 degrees.
0 degrees.
40, 38, 40.
I mean, I'm not going to complain with 38. I think 40 is a little overestimate. But for the sake of this, I'm going to say 35 degrees east. Just to keep it like 38 degrees seems kind of a little weird. Like who picks 38 degrees? I think you know 35 might be better. All right, what's the next one? New York? New York, New York. Get a cup of coffee? Cup of Joe? You want me to bust out my Boston accent? Cup of coffee? You want some coffee? All right, Louis, since I can hear your music.
Sorry. I haven't listened
What's
to
the coordinates?
I haven't listened to the song Apologies album and it's
Okay.
cool.
Louis, what's the coordinates of New York, which are right there?
45 north.
I think that's a little overestimate. I'm going to say 40.
70 west.
I'm going to overrule you there. We're going to say 40 degrees And what did you say?
70 west.
70 west? I'm cool with 70 west.
Yeah.
Or as Patrick was saying, 70 west. Now, here's the thing. All right, you guys think coordinate planes aren't used, but I just showed you the globe is a big coordinate plane. Every city has a location, okay? It's defined as latitude, longitude, okay? So even Pencrest High School has a latitude, longitude. We are a location on a grid. So
we're
it's
like famous?
so we are all part of a big Cartesian plane. Okay, so we use this every day. We use what we're learning in math class every day. Your phone uses a coordinate plane every day. Have you ever gotten in your, like turned on your phone in the morning? It's like 15 minutes to Pencrest High School. Every day, right? Do you know why it's doing that? Louis, do you know why it's doing that? Because it's taking your location, which is a latitude and longitude, and it's seeing where you go repeatedly. And it's like, oh, well, you go to this latitude and longitude. And then it just puts it into Google Maps. It says, this is how long it'll take you. All right. So the coordinate plane is unbelievably useful in our daily lives. Unbelievably useful. Okay. And it's something we will use day in and day out. Do you got that, Louis? All right.